Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths. There's a huge mistake that victims of narcissistic abuse make. And it's thinking that life's working out in the narcissist's favor. Life's not working out in this dusty weirdo's favor. Number one, they're a dusty weirdo, right? They are disgusting parasites, right? They don't have the mental fortitude, the heart, mind, soul of anything like you, right? And the thing is, I know that, you know, how it is. Life doesn't always line up the way you plan it, right? And you know this firsthand, right? In this thing we call life doesn't always work out the way you plan it. But the difference with you being a highly favored, chosen one, an empath, compared to the dusty, weirdo, deranged narcissist, is even in uncomfortable circumstances or trials and tribulations, you're able to turn things around. You're able to say, hold on a minute, yes, you enjoyed a negative experience with a narcissist involved in your life, but hang about. You've actually obtained wisdom. You've obtained blessings. Okay, it's actually a blessing that they're out of your life. And you're starting to rationalize, even though you're going through hurt and pain, you're starting to come to your senses and maybe start seeing how this was actually a blessing that they're out of your life now. You know, you're starting to understand that. They don't have the mental fortitude or wisdom or anything like that to be able to do that with the way things in life happen, right? What you've got to understand about these dusty weirdos is they're very unsatisfiable creatures, right? You see a chosen one and an empath. Chosen one and an empath is grateful, they're gracious. Like, you know, even though they go through struggles, a chosen one, an empath, will be grateful for what life deals them, will be happy with what they have. They're not very materialistic. These narcissists involved in your life, look, sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. Like, you may like material things. Everyone likes nice things. But what I'm trying to say is that's not what life's about for a chosen one and an empath, you know? But look, these narcissists that are involved in your life are unsatisfiable creatures, right? These lot make decisions all the time. And when they make these decisions, they regret making those decisions. This is something that's not often talked about in the narcissistic community. It's always painted in a sense that the narcissist gets what they want. They can get whatever they want they get. It's just not the way, right? Narcissists that are involved in your life will manipulate you. They'll gaslight you. They'll deceive you. They'll run out with new supplies. They'll discard you. They'll do all of the things, right? But they're still not happy. They're still not content, you know? They're not sufficed, you know? They're the most least appreciative creature on this earth, these dusty weirdos, right? So life doesn't favor them, right? Call it karma, call it God, call it the universe, whatever your belief system is, God, the universe, karma, it's not on their side. It's not on their side. It's on yours, right? So this experience you've gone through, this narcissist in your life, they've discarded you, for instance. Flip it around. That's your blessing. You know? See that. Believe it. Know it to be true. That's your blessing. A narcissist involved in your life has walked out on you. That's your blessing. You know, anyone that walks out of your life, it's their loss. You've gained. You've gained your freedom. It's a blessing for you. They don't have the conceptualization, the rationale to be able to interpret these messages that life gives us in this way. They don't have the brain power to be able to understand the way that life works, right? So, you know, look, like I'm saying, narcissists involved in your life can discard you, right? They make the choice. They make the choice through their free will they make the choice to discard you. They go on with a new supply. The new supply is a dusty weirdo just like they are. Then they start regretting. Then they start being unsure in their decision making. You know, narcissists involved in your life. You could have been the one who cut the narcissist off in your life, right? And they're still not happy. Narcissists in your life, right, could be going for a reverse discard. So they're trying to make you cut them off, right? They're treating you badly and they're doing a reverse discard. And they're still not satisfied. What you've got to understand about the psychological nature of these narcissists, these dusty weirdos, is the way life works out, the ups, the downs. You know, there is ups and downs even for regular people, chosen ones, empaths, regular people. There's ups and downs in life. These narcissists that are involved in your life can't take the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the twists, the turns of life. They can't take it. It's too much for them. And you've got to understand that there is a force behind the scenes. Call it God, call it the universe, call it karma. These parasite dusty weirdos are the enemy. They are the enemy. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Just like this video showed up for you, help it show up for someone else. Thank you so much. But look, they are the enemy of God. They are the enemy of the universe. They are the enemy of karma. They've got big debts on their head for karma. You know, big prices on their head. You know, they've racked up a huge debt from all the torment that they've inflicted in people's lives. They've racked up a huge debt on their head. They've got a price on their head. Now, I'm not talking about a price on their head like someone's going to attack them or something like that. I mean, they've got karma's going to do the work. You don't need to lift a finger. No one needs to lift a finger. It's coming to them, right? They're in God's scope, the universe's scope. They are the enemy, right? And life makes it difficult for them. Now, what I'm trying to help you understand is the same way that you're a chosen one and an empath, you've got good intentions for people. You strive to do better. You strive to do good. You strive to do right by people. You have morals, right? Even life, you sometimes might feel like life's being unfair to you, or it's a hard route that you have to travel, right? So if someone like you who has morals, who has a moral compass, who has good intentions, who is a good person, can feel this way, even if you have a strong relationship with God, the universe, karma, your belief system, you have a strong link in your belief system towards something of a higher power, and you still feel this way from time to time, that perhaps, you know, life's giving you a bit too much or life's a bit hard, try it and introspect, if that's the right word. Try and visualize someone like a narcissist, dusty weirdo that was involved in your life, who has no connection with God, who has no connection with the universe, who has no morals to have even any comprehension of karma. They're going to be lost, right? They're lost in this world. They are lost. The only thing that is ticking them along is supply. That's the only thing keeping them ticking along. Getting these dopamine, neurological chemicals released in their brains. That's it. The oxytocin, the serotonin, dopamine. Getting these neurological chemicals released in their brain. Right? That's all they're chasing. That's all they're chasing. Day in and day out. Right? Day in and day out. And you might say to yourself, but hold on, hang on a minute, Zion. Aren't chosen ones and empaths doing that too? Yes, to some degree. You know, you might smoke cigarettes, you might drink alcohol, you might go on social media, you might play video games, you might be striving in your business, aiming for success. Yes, all of these things will give you dopamine releases, but these parasite dusty weirdos are looking for dopamine releases through people, right? Looking for dopamine releases through people, right? Like, for example, treating you badly, trying to invoke a negative response from you, trying to invoke some negative supply, trying to make you angry, trying to do reactive abuse and then play the victim. Like they're looking for these neurological chemical releases through people, constantly day in and day out. And the thing is what they feel like life's treating them unfairly because they had someone like you who, you know, made them hit high heights, you know, high heights with them dopamine releases, them neurological chemical releases. And now they're having to settle for someone or something, another dusty weirdo that doesn't make them feel that way. So they always feel in lack, you know. Wherever they're traveling in the world now, wherever they are in the world now, they always feel in lack. And they always have remembrance of the way that you used to make them feel, right? As long as you're not one that's letting them back in and you've cut them off for good now, they're always going to have that remembrance about how you helped them, how you made them feel, how you supported them. You've got to understand that regular people don't support in the way a chosen one and an empath does, right? Chosen one and empath is like sincere. They are a true confidant. Like they are like sincere by your side, looking after you. You know, that's what you did for them, right? And they took it for granted. They threw it in your face. Yes, they did. But still, karma works through you where they'll be in feeling of lack, where they're not going to find this in their future, you know? And they feel like life's not on their side, God's not on their side, the universe is not on their side, karma's not on their side. You know, don't let some of these videos make out that, you know, if the narcissist, for example, that was involved in your life was generally happy, right, and content in life, right, just hear me out here. You might have to hear me out. I might have to repeat it twice, so you definitely hear me. If the narcissist that was involved in your life was content and happy, right, why would they do all of this manipulating or gaslighting or smear campaigns? They're not content with the way that life unfolds. You know, even having someone like you who offers them potent supply, grade A supply, still they felt it was a necessity to manipulate you, to deceive you, to try and invoke feelings of jealousy and all of these things. They still had to start doing all this stuff. They're doing too much all the time, right? Because they're not content in life. They will never be content in life. They will never be content in life. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? You don't need to do these things, right? Chosen ones, empaths, regular people don't do these things, don't have these actions. Like they don't deceive, they don't gaslight, they don't manipulate, they don't do reactive abuse. They don't do none of these things because you're more or less content in life. Yes, you have the ups and downs in life, the peaks, the valleys. You have the ups and downs. That's the way life flows. But, you know, you go on to the next day and you be grateful and you strive for better and, you know, you're appreciative and gracious and grateful. And they're just not like that, you know? So the reason why they're like that in this nature that they are in their psychological mind state is because they feel and they know that life's not working out in their favor. They are fully aware of this, that life's not working out in their favor. That's why they're always trying to do something which is negative to try and brighten up their own world, you know? They're always trying to do something of some kind to brighten up their world. They don't stop, you know? Whether that's them being displeased with the new supply that they monkey branch to after you, and then now they're trying to manipulate the new supply into being like you, or dressing like you, or talking like you, or performing in the bedroom like you, or whatever that is, right? You know, that's what it comes to. You know, they're not happy with the cards that are dealt, you know? Chosen one, an empath, gets on with life, you know? A chosen one, an empath, it's not all sunshine and rainbows for a chosen one, an empath in this world either, right? But it's certainly not sunshine and rainbows for a narcissist that was involved in your life. It's certainly not peaches and cream for them. They're struggling. They're struggling to maintain their sanity. Right? They're struggling. They're a walking disaster. They are a walking, talking disaster. You were the only one that kept them together. Right? They know that now. They sure as hell know that now. Wherever they are, whoever they're with, they sure as hell know that you kept them afloat. You kept them ticking over. You kept them fulfilled. Right? Just like an engine without fuel or gas is not going to operate. These narcissists without the right appropriate fuel, right? Or if you put the wrong type of fuel into an engine, it will destroy the engine. Same way a narcissist involved in your life might be with someone who's not an appropriate supply, that's giving them supply, but it's not your supply, it's the wrong supply. It's going to cause a malfunction in their engine, in their psychological state. It's going to cause them to seize up. It's going to cause them to be a mess, right? So that's why I don't hear a lot of people talk about that. It's always that people think that life's working out for them. They're doing great, you know, because everyone takes things, not everyone, but a lot of people take things on surface level, you know. A lot of people take things on surface level because they've been in a relationship with a narcissist in their life, and they've witnessed the new supply and the narcissist go on a holiday or a romantic lavish vacation, right? And, you know, being a spectator looking in on that with the filters, the mirage that they paint, the fantasy that they paint through their photoshopped images and everything like that, can make the victim feel away. It can make the victim feel hurt, you know. But that's just taking things on surface level. If you was a fly on a wall in that scenario, you'd see the new supply and the narcissist bickering. You'd see your name cropping up. You'd hear them talking about you. You'd hear them comparing you. You know, narcissists that are involved in your life even will say to new suppliers, "Oh, so-and-so never treated me like this, or so-and-so never done this." Like, they'll bring your name up. They ain't forgot about you. They'll bring your name up, right? You know, they're not happy. They can go on a lavish vacation. They can have all the money in the world. They're still, like, that's not going to please them, you know? I've seen in the comment section before people saying, "Oh, if the narcissist is with someone who's richer." Look, if the narcissist is with someone who's richer, it is what it is. If you know, they could be with someone who's richer, who's stingier than you. You know, they could be with someone who's richer, who's stingier than you, who's won't spend a dime or a penny on them. You know, or they could be with someone richer who's spoiling them with loads of gifts, but then they still ain't got the supply source. You know, like I said, they need supply. If they're getting the wrong sort of supply, the engine's not going to work. Their psychological state is going to malfunction. It's not going to work. It's going to be corrupted, right? Because they're getting the wrong fuel supply. Plus, another thing that makes them different from an engine is they become dependent upon the supply source that was given from you, from the chosen one, empath. So all other supply sources seem tainted. All other supply sources seem less effective. All other supply sources seem less potent. And that's something they've just got to live with, right? You know that the Hoover of a narcissist is such a talked about subject because it happens because narcissists can't get over chosen ones or empaths. They will never get over the chosen one or the empath. So please, people, stop looking like life is on their side, right? Stop looking like God is on their side. They're a dusty, dusty weirdo. God has made them disgusting. The universe has made them disgusting, despicable creatures, right? Disgusting, right? You know? And even how they age badly. You know? They psychologically, physically, everything, they age badly. You know, chosen ones and empaths age gracefully. These lot are going to a dark place. You know, they go into a bad place. So life's not working out in the narcissist's favor. You know, karma has got a heavy price on their head. They're going to face repercussions for their actions. They're in God's scope. They're in the universe's scope. And that's ultimately why you need to be separate from them. You need to be in a different fold of life. You need to be in a completely different vicinity from them. Because where God or the universe wants you to be going, or your karma wants you to be going, right, is not the same place that they're going. You know? And that's ultimately why there had to be a separation from yourselves. You know? That's what, honestly, like, even if you're not just talking about this narcissist involved in your life, like, anyone, you know, toxic as hell, anyone that, like, you see someone go in a different direction to you, right? The natural inclination is to pursue the person going in the opposite direction. But you've got to look at this through the will of God. You've got to look at this through a bird's eye view. You've got to look at this from the grand scheme of things and say, hang about, you know, this person is not going in the same direction that you were going. You know, they're not going to the same place. You're heading towards a better place. If you know your heart is pure, if you know you had good intentions, if you know you only want to do good by people, then it's highly likely you've got good karma on you. It's highly likely you're in God's favor. It's highly likely that you're a chosen one, an empath. It's highly likely that the universe is looking out for you. You know? So when people are not going in your direction, it's happening for a reason. They're not going in your direction because they're not going where you're going to be. You're heading towards a better place. You're going to meet new people. You're going to be successful. You're going to do well. And these people were only meant to be by your side for a season. That's it. You know? So don't despair. You're highly favored as a chosen one, an empath that you are. You're highly favored, right? And anyone that's in your life will know, past, present, or future, will know that you are a beautiful, beautiful blessing to be around. You are something totally different. They will honestly know that about you, right? So, you know, this narcissist that was involved in your life isn't going to the place where you're going, or a friend isn't going to the place where you're going, or a family member isn't going to the place where you're going. Like, I've seen it in my own life, you know, I've seen it in my own life. You know, I've had friends, you know, some years back, I've had friends that were going in a different direction, you know, even so much so, like, you know, we was working together and they took a different career route. I took the same career route, you know, which ultimately led me to going into YouTube and things like that, right? And I wasn't doing YouTube at the time, but I'm trying to say, like, they was not meant to be by my side, you see? I wouldn't have started YouTube had I stayed around that so-called friend, you know? It's still a friend, you know? It's still a friend, but what I've realized is if, like, I just let it be, you know? They went in a different direction. I let them go in a different direction. I know I'm going off topic now, but just hear me out. Like, they went in a different direction and I didn't fight it. I didn't resist it, you know? And that's what I've learned through life, not only from that scenario, but I've learned through life through many scenarios, family members, friends, etc. I've learned that when people go the other way, don't resist it. You need to let them go. They're not meant to be part of your journey. They're not meant to be part of where you're going. You know, like, I'm not being egotistical now or self-centered or full of myself, you know, but I have good intentions for people. I having good intentions for mankind or the good people of mankind. I try my best to do good, you know. I try my best that by my comprehension and by my ability, I try my best. And I know you try your best as a chosen one, an empath that you are, right? So if people are causing a disturbance in your life, or people are getting pulled in another direction, like the narcissist involved in your life going to a new supply, or, you know, like I brought up the scenario with the friend that went into a new career, like path in the career. Like that friend was actually telling me to follow him to the new path, you know. But originally the path that we was on in the career years back now, like I think it must have been end of high school or college times. Yeah, no, it's college times, end of high school, college times. I chose the course that I was doing for college, and he followed, right? So he followed me on a path. Then he found another path, asked me if I want to join that path, and I said no. But had I said yes, I wouldn't be doing YouTube now. I wouldn't have done the sessions that I ran. I wouldn't have started the membership channel. I wouldn't have been doing all of these things that I'm doing now, right? Even if I had that person in my life, in daily interactions, even if I had that person in my life now in daily interactions, it would distract me from my purpose. Same way I had a friend, he started smearing me, and we fell out a bit, but he was distracting me from my purpose as well. You see, that's ultimately what it is. You're going somewhere, right? You're highly favored, and God knows what's best for you. The universe knows what's best for you. Just keep your intentions pure. Everything is intention in this place. You know, you had good intentions for the narcissist that was involved in your life. You had good intentions for them. You will still receive blessings for the good things you've done by them. You will still be blessed for that. You know, even though they're a parasite, dusty weirdo, you will still receive blessing for the good things that you've done for them. You know, there's things that I've done many years ago that I've seen manifest in my life now, that at the time when I'd done these actions or these good deeds, or, you know, these things many years ago, I had no intention of actually receiving anything back for it. You know, I didn't think that I would receive it back. But years have passed, and the way that God works and the universe works, it's actually repaid me back later in my life at a more appropriate time. You know, so that's the way things work. Things that you've done for the narcissist, you might, you know, that was involved in your life, you might have done some certain things for the narcissist that was involved in your life, supported them, helped them. You might have helped them financially, you might have done things. And like further down the line, you might start up a lucrative business, or something might come back to you in another way. You know, it could come through a person, it could come through any way, right? Something will come back to you in your life, and you'll be like, wow, okay, now it makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense, you know? So just understanding you are favored. These narcissists are not favored, right? Life's not easy for them. They're struggling out here. They're struggling. Psychologically, they're struggling, you know? The thing is, if they sit down with a psychiatrist, these narcissists that are involved in your life, they'll make out their life sunshine and rainbows, and they're the happiest they've ever been. They'll talk to someone in a bar, or they'll talk to you when they first met you, and they'll make out their life's great. You know, they were probably at their lowest point when they met you. You know, they were probably so down, depressed, you know, shit. And, you know, they lie. They do tell the truth, you know. There is glimpses of truth. And a lot of chosen ones and empaths have heard the narcissist that was involved in their life say to them things like, wow, you're different. There's no one else like you. Like, things like that. Like, they do let it out a little bit. You know, they give you enough to be aware. They don't give you too much to, like, that will increase your confidence or anything like that. But they do let out little bits of truth that is enough for you to know how much of an impact you was in their lives, you know? So anyway, just understand that life's not working out for these narcissists. Life's not working out in the narcissist's favor. Karma's there, God's there, the universe is there. They've got a heavy price on their head for all the bad deeds they've done. They're in God's scope. They're in the universe's scope. However you want to call it, whatever you want to look at it like, whatever your belief system is, they're in the scope of a higher force. And life is not going to work out for them wherever they go. They are going to suffer. Your life is going to open up for brighter days. Trust in the process. Trust in the process of life. Life is going to open up for brighter days for you. You know, be good. Keep pure. Keep your intentions pure. Don't let this narcissist that's involved in your life make you behave in another way. You know, connect to fellow like-minded empaths. Connect with loving people, transparent people, kind people. Connect with authentic people. That's what it's all about. You're going to find something in the future. You know, you're going to find something in the future that's much better than this narcissist that was involved in your life. So anyway, if you'd like to know more, thanks for watching today. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. If you'd like a one-to-one session or like to join the empath end of the month group meeting, you can find the link in the description box. Also, I'm doing email consultations. If you prefer to contact me by email, you can use the link in the description box to contact me using the crisis email support. And just understand that they are suffering, you know. And if you'd like to know more about the narcissist made a mess, they're stuck with a new supply but desire to be back with you, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.